Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a 2023 to 2024 governor election prediction. So just a little note, Kentucky, Louisiana, and Mississippi are going to happen in 2023, and the rest of the states are going to have their elections in 2024. And all the white states, the states that aren't tan, are going to be, they've already had their elections, and they're going to have their future elections on other dates. So we're only doing the ones in gray, which aren't that many. So, like my presidential election video, if you haven't watched that, please do. But we're going to do something like Washington to Mississippi, like corner to corner, or something along the lines of that. Just like in my last video. So, let's begin. So, Washington is going to be a safe Democratic state. It is, a very Democratic state. The current governor is not running again, but it's most likely, very likely, going to be filled in by a different Democratic governor. So now we have Montana is going to be likely Republican. Gianforte, it might be a notable person that could be the governor. That's his name. Never heard of a name like that, but yeah, he could be a notable person that might be that future Republican governor. I don't know. And in North Dakota, it's definitely safe Republican because, that's one of the most Republican states in the country. And Burgum is a notable governor that will win there. So now in Utah, that's going to be also safe Republican. Again, one of the most Republican states in the country. Spencer Cox is a notable person that could be the next governor of that state. Now we have Missouri, which is going to be likely Republican. The current governor ran out of terms in that state. Another candidate might be Jay Ashcroft, and there are many other Republicans that should be running in that election, but he's one of the notable ones, Jay Ashcroft. So now we have Indiana, which is going to be safe Republican. There are many Republican candidates for that one. The current governor is not running, which is Holcomb or something. I don't even know. Very likely for another Republican to take the job, though. So next we have Kentucky. Kentucky is tilt Democrat. Beshear, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, is notable. And there's no term limit in that state, so we might see him being the governor of that state in the future. So next tilt Democrat. Forgot to put that. The next one we have is not Kentucky. I just did that. West Virginia. That's going to be safe Republican. Again, one of the most Republican states in the country. A lot of them are actually in this one. And a notable person is Justice. That's his name. Could be, the governor. So now we have Delaware, safe Democrat. A very, very Democratic state. The current governor, which I think is Carney, has run out of terms. And another Democrat is very likely to take the position. Take his seat. So now we have Vermont. Vermont is likely Republican. That might come as a shock to you. It came to a shock to me. Scott, his name is a notable person, but it's pretty shocking, like I said, because the state is very Democratic and actually the most Trump-hating state. And, Trump is a Republican. So now we have New Hampshire. That's also going to be likely Republican. Sununu is very notable to be the next governor. Also surprising because it's a very Democratic state. It seems that Vermont and New Hampshire, they're only open to Republicans for the governorship. Like in any other election, there's no Republicans, especially the presidential elections. So now we're going to move on to North Carolina. That's weird. North Carolina. But anyway, North Carolina. That's going to be tilt Republican. Forrest might be the governor. That's his name. Now we have Louisiana. That's also going to be likely Republican. Many people can be the candidate for that state. There are a lot of people running. But the most notable one would be Landry. That's his name. Sounds like laundry. Anyways, Mississippi, that's also going to be likely Republican. Reeves is notable to be the governor out of all the Republicans. So that is my map. But before you just click off of this, I mean, you can if you want, but I've worked pretty hard on this. So it'd be nice if you stayed to the end. But here's just some of the stuff that I would think. I think it's pretty interesting how very democratic states can elect Republican governors, like Vermont and New Hampshire, or it can go the other way with Republican states like Kentucky. So you might be asking yourself, why is the governor election so important? Well, a lot of states might pass laws, and the governor's a part of that might be, still being debated on a national level. If so, Congress will probably now look at that state and see how it's doing, and if the state benefited from that, they might try to, they'll probably be in support of that on the national level. And also in the tilt states, in a presidential election, that could be very important too. For an example, let's say a Republican governor won in North Carolina, and that's a tilt state. Let's say North Carolina benefited from, having that Republican governor. The moderate Democrats in that state, which are Democrats that, they could kind of go either way, but they're kind of Democrats, but they're still fond of some Republican ideas, might then vote for the Republican president. And obviously the president is important because he could sign bills into laws and pardon people, which are things that nobody else in the country can do. So, well, thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed, and adios.